You know what's kind of weird? Most people starting keto stress out about carbs like it's some kind of math exam. But here's the twist. There's this one food group you can pile on your plate without counting a single gram, and it actually helps you burn fat faster. I'm talking about salad. Yep, leafy greens. The crunchy, fibrous green stuff most folks push to the side. But here's the kicker. Fiber doesn't spike your insulin. At all. And insulin, my friend, is the main gatekeeper when it comes to belly fat. So the lower your insulin, the more fat your body lets go of. And salad? It's basically the ninja of fat-burning foods. Works silently and doesn't get the credit it deserves. Now, here's the real deal. I want you to eat at least 7 cups of salad a day. 7! Sounds like a lot? It's actually not, especially if you use one of those cool salad choppers. You toss everything in a bowl, give it a few chops, boom, the volume shrinks, and suddenly you're like, hey, I can actually finish this. And don't be afraid to dress it up. Throw on some feta, olives, olive oil. Vinaigrette is your friend. Just keep an eye on those sneaky dressings loaded with sugar. If the bottle says 5 grams of carbs per tablespoon, ditch it. Look for one with 1 gram or less. Okay, but why bother with all this salad? Well, keto by itself is low carb. That's great. But if you want healthy keto, you need nutrients. And leafy greens? They're packed. Potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, folate, vitamin K, phytonutrients you've probably never heard of, all jammed in there. And guess what? These nutrients can stop you from getting keto cramps, help with that keto flu tiredness, and even supercharge your energy. Just from salad. Seriously. One quick thing though, eat the salad before your protein. Why? Because if you eat your meat first, odds are you'll be too full to finish the greens. But if you go greens first, you naturally balance out your plate and avoid overeating. And hey, if 7 cups still feels like climbing Mount Everest, no worries. Just do what you can. You can always boost things up with a good electrolyte powder, preferably one that doesn't taste like chalk. Yes, I may have my own brand, but no pressure. Bottom line, salad isn't just rabbit food. It's your secret weapon. It's the one carb you want to max out. More greens equals more minerals equals fewer cravings equals faster fat burning. That's a win-win-win in my book. Let's talk protein. I mean, everyone thinks it's the hero of the plate, muscle builder, hunger killer, the big guy on campus. But if you mess this one up, your fat-burning journey can hit a wall. Fast. Here's the deal. Too much protein can slow you down. Yep, you heard that right. Go too heavy on the meat, and you'll start feeling like someone unplugged your energy. Why? Well, your body can convert extra protein into sugar. Yeah, sugar. Through this sneaky little process called gluconeogenesis, which, in plain English, means, oops, your fat burning just got hijacked. On the flip side, if you don't get enough protein, your body gets cranky. Low energy, brain fog, your muscles start whining, and suddenly you're crawling through the day like a phone on 2% battery. So what's the sweet spot? Just hold out your hand. That's it. Your palm, not your whole hand, is the ideal portion of protein for one meal. If you're bigger or younger or hitting the gym like a beast, go a bit more. If you're older, more chill, or just starting out, go a bit less. Keep it flexible, keep it real. Now here's the juicy part. Go for fatty protein. No more dry, sad chicken breasts. Grab the ones with the skin on. Love beef? Go for the fattiest ground chuck you can find. Fish? Forget tilapia. Get yourself some salmon or sardines. Pork? Yes, please. Fat and flavor included. Why the fat? Because when protein comes bundled with fat, it slows things down. In a good way. It keeps insulin low, keeps you fuller longer, and makes meals actually satisfying. But there's one protein to watch out for. Whey. I know it's everywhere, but it's usually fat-free, ultra-processed, and it spikes your insulin like a sugar rush in disguise. So unless you're slamming protein shakes after workouts and know exactly what you're doing, I'd say skip it. Basically, here's the golden rule. Don't chase protein like it's unlimited. Don't fear it like it's toxic. Just eat real, fatty, whole food protein, and let your body handle the rest. Trust me, your energy stays up, your hunger chills out, and your fat burning keeps humming like a quiet little engine in the background. So yeah, protein. Not too much, not too little. Just enough to keep you strong and keep your belly shrinking. All right, buckle up, because this one flips the script. Everyone wants to jump straight into burning fat, but here's what most people totally miss. Before your body can burn its own fat, it needs to stop asking for food all the time. And the best way to do that? Add more fat. Yep, eat more fat to lose fat. Sounds like a bad TikTok hack, but it actually works. Now, here's how this plays out. When you start keto, your hunger is still bossing you around. You skip breakfast, then boom, cravings hit like a truck. That's why most folks fall off track in week 1. But if you boost the fat in your meals, stuff like avocado, macadamia nuts, extra olive oil on your salad, maybe even a spoonful of MCT oil, your hunger just chills out. Suddenly, you go from, I need a snack, to, it's 3 p.m. and I forgot to eat. That's when the real magic begins. Intermittent fasting. So here's what I tell beginners. Skip breakfast. Push your first meal to noon. Have your second meal around 6 p.m. That's it. 2 meals, no snacking. Later, once your body's cool with that, you can even squeeze it into 1 meal a day. That's called OMAD, by the way. And don't worry, you won't starve. That extra fat from your meals makes you feel full for hours. Then something amazing happens. Your appetite disappears. Like, completely. Why? Because your body finally switches fuel sources from carbs to your own stored fat. Yes, you start running on your belly. Literally. And here's the key. Don't eat if you're not hungry. I don't care what the meal plan says. If your body says, I'm good, respect that. Eating just because it's lunchtime? That's like filling up your gas tank when it's already full. Because every time you eat, even if it's keto, you trigger insulin. And insulin? That shuts off fat burning like flipping a light switch. So here's how it works. In the beginning, more fat equals more satiety equals easier fasting. In the middle, once your hunger disappears, start dialing the fat down a little. And in the end, once you've hit your goal, yeah, you can add a bit more fat back in for maintenance. But please, don't go pouring oil on everything and chasing 200 grams of fat while you're actively trying to shrink your waist. Because here's the truth. Your body will always burn dietary fat before it touches your own fat. So give it a reason to start using what's already stored. Keto and fasting, together, are like the Batman and Robin of fat loss. One sets the stage, the other flips the switch. And you just stop being hungry and start dropping inches. All right, real talk, keto isn't just bacon and skipping breakfast. If you don't do this part right, you're gonna feel like a phone with no charger. Tired, cranky, brain dead by 3 p.m. And no, it's not because keto doesn't work. It's because you're probably missing the stuff that actually keeps the engine running. Nutrients. Let me explain. When you cut carbs and start doing intermittent fasting, you're not just eating less, you're also eating fewer times. No snacks, no random bites, no healthy granola bars pretending to be helpful. But here's the catch. Less meals equals fewer chances to get what your body needs. That means your need for electrolytes, B vitamins, and even sea salt kind of goes through the roof. Skip those, and you'll be dealing with keto fatigue, brain fog, Charlie horses in your calves at 2 a.m., and cravings that hit like a wrecking ball. Now, let's break it down. Sea salt. Your insulin is down now, and guess what insulin does? It helps your kidneys hold on to sodium. Drop insulin equals drop sodium equals drop you. That's why you feel dizzy, weak, or straight up out of it. Just start adding more sea salt to your food. It's that simple. Electrolytes. You're not sweating in the gym, but keto makes your body flush electrolytes like crazy. You need potassium, magnesium, and sodium, or things get weird fast. Good news? If you're eating big salads, like we talked about earlier, you're already halfway there. If not, you might want to consider a clean electrolyte powder. Nothing crazy, just clean, sugar-free, and ideally, not neon blue. B vitamins. You used to get some from bread, cereals, processed junk, but those are gone now, right? So where do you get your Bs? 2 words: nutritional yeast. It's like this flaky, cheesy-looking sprinkle of magic. Add it to salads, eggs, whatever. Just make sure it's non-fortified, aka no fake vitamins. When you've got your minerals and vitamins locked in, keto goes from, ugh, this is hard, to, wow, I feel amazing. Clear head, steady energy, zero cravings. It's wild how much changes just from getting enough salt and nutrients. No, this isn't some fancy supplement pitch. You can do this with real food. But if you're doing OMAD, or just not eating much, you've got to be intentional. Think of it like this. Carbs are easy. Nutrients take effort. But effort is what separates the ones who feel amazing on keto from the ones who quit in week 2. You know what's underrated on keto? Pleasure. Yeah, I said it. Everyone's so focused on macros, fasting windows, grams of fat. But if you feel miserable, deprived, and bored out of your mind, you're not going to stick to anything. Period. So let's make it fun. Let's make it something you actually look forward to. Now here's a little trick I use after my first meal. A piece of low-carb chocolate. Not the whole bar, I'm not going full raccoon in the pantry, just a square or two of something like Lily's, sweetened with stevia or erythritol, not sugar bombs pretending to be healthy. And you know what? It makes the whole thing feel sustainable. Like, yeah, I can totally keep doing this. Some days I'll switch it up with a homemade keto dessert. There are recipes out there that taste unfairly good. Chocolate mousse, peanut butter fat bombs, almond flour cookies, and you'd never guess they're low carb. But here's the warning. Don't turn these desserts into meals. They're treats. Use them as psychological reinforcements, not breakfast. Because the real win here isn't the dessert. It's waking up with a flatter belly. It's walking past a mirror and catching yourself smiling. It's not crashing at 3 p.m. It's remembering words mid-sentence again. This isn't just about looking better. It's about feeling like a better version of you. And here's the most important thing I'll say in this entire series. You don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy, and then the weight melts off. So if your body's inflamed, your insulin's jacked up, your nutrients are in the red, no amount of calorie counting will fix that. But once you fix your health, your body goes, oh, we're good now? Cool! Let's drop this belly we've been holding on to for 10 years. Keto done right doesn't just change your gene size. It changes your brain, your mood, your whole vibe. So yeah, have the chocolate. Make the mousse. But more than that, make it yours. Make it livable. Make it something you don't need to cheat on. Because the longer you stick with it, the more it stops being a diet and just becomes who you are. All right, so let's just keep it simple. You've got the 5 pieces now. Not just random hacks, but real tools that actually work if you give them a shot. Salad first, protein with fat. Use fat to kill hunger. Then dial it back. Don't forget your salt, your nutrients, your Bs. And yeah, save room for something sweet without wrecking your progress. Look, there's a million details you could dive into, and I've made videos for every single question under the sun. But what I really want is for you to start. Right now. Not next week, not after the next YouTube spiral. Because, honestly, the only thing worse than struggling with belly fat is staying stuck because you were scared to try. So go make your first salad. Skip breakfast tomorrow. Salt your food like you mean it. And if you're not hungry, don't eat. That's it. The results will come, but only if you do. And when they do, I want you to message me and say, hey, it actually worked.